Good morning. We are on the second day of chapter 9, lesson 4. So, yesterday we square rooted both sides, and the only reason we could do that is because I had an x squared alone on the left side. Today I'm adding one more step to it. Today I'm having you isolate x squared, which means get x squared all alone, get rid of the number that's in front of x squared. Every single problem today has a number in front of x squared. So the quadratic equation, just real quick, I'll write students will be able to, our goal for the day, divide by a, then square root both sides, BS, both sides. So my quadratic equation, standard form, so it's either y equals or f of x equals ax squared plus bx plus c. And the leading coefficient is just a. So here's our task. Divide by a first, then take the square root of each side. All right, real quick again. If d is positive, then I'm going to have a plus or minus whatever the solution is. Two solutions. If d is 0, then it's only one solution. 0. If d is less than 0, negative underneath the square root? Nope. No solution. You cannot square root a negative. Okay, so here we go. Step 1, divide by a, both sides. Step 2, square root both sides. You have to isolate x squared. Isolate x squared. So that means that the 3 needs to go. Right now, 3 is multiplied by x squared. How do I get rid of something that's multiplied? Divide. So I'm going to divide by 3. So 3 over 3 is going to cancel. I can zoom in a lot on this. I have so much space. X squared equals, what's 48 cut into 3 equal parts? 48 cut into 3 equal parts. 16. And if you don't know, you just go to the side of your paper and you divide. 3 divided by 48. 3 goes into 4 once. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. Bring down the 8. 3 goes into 18 6 times. So that's how you get 16. If you don't know it, you divide on the side of your paper. Now, square root both sides. And the square root and the squared end up canceling each other. But what numbers could I plug in to get a 16? What times what makes positive 16? 4. What else times what else makes a positive 16? No, I have to stick with the perfect squares. Negative 4 and negative 4. So my answer has to be a plus or minus, positive or negative 4. So I divided by 3, and then I square rooted both sides. When I have an equal sign, when I'm solving for x, I could do 4 times 4, and I could do negative 4 times negative 4. Okay. B, get rid of that negative 3. What do I do first? Divide by negative 3. Y squared is now isolated. Negative 27 divided by negative 3? 9. So, square root both sides. Square root both sides. And the square power of 2 and the square root cancel. Square root of 9 plus or minus 3. Negative 3 times negative 3 equals positive 9. Positive 3 times positive 3 equals positive 9. C, divide by 2. Get rid of that 2, that A. Divide by A. And then square root both sides. M equals plus or minus what? 6, sorry. Do D by yourself. Do D by yourself. What'd you get? Just positive 1? Positive or negative 1? Square rooting 1. It's just 1 times 1 or negative 1 times negative 1. Easy. E. Ugh. 7 into 112. Better divide 7 on the side of your paper. Goes in 16 times. Well, that's nice. Lucky us. Okay, so you square root both sides. SQ, RT, BS. Lots of abbreviations for me. It's easier. I like abbreviating. X equals, what's the square root of 16? And plus or minus 4. I want to do G next just because it's a negative 1/2. I don't divide. This is a fraction. I need to move a fraction to the other side. The rules are the same. Solving equations. Moving a fraction to the other side. What do I do with that 1/2 to move the fraction? Multiply by the reciprocal. Multiply by the reciprocal, which is negative 2 over 1. I have to take the negative with it. Negative 2 over 1. Both sides. Negative 2 over 1. So multiplying a negative 1/2 times negative 2 over 1 is just going to get me 2's cancel. 1's cancel. Negative times negatives cancel. This is what I want. I want x squared alone. What's negative 18 times negative 2? 18 doubled. What's negative 18 times negative 2? 18 doubled. Oh, 9 or 36? 18 doubled. Positive 36. Then square root 36. Ooh, none of these have no solution. I don't really like that. What? The back does, yeah. All right. We'll worry about it when we get to the back. But in the future, I probably should have made this negative 125. How many times does 5 go into 125? 25 times. What is the square root of 25? But plus or minus. Don't be forgetting that. The only reason it's the positive and the negative is because I have an x. Like, what could I plug in to this x? Negative 5 times negative 5 or positive 5 times positive 5? And there's no 0 on the front side either. Okay, on the back side, I do have some zeros and I do have some no solutions. Okay. So you have 1 through 14 for homework. Your job is to divide by that A, that number in front. What if there is no number in front? Number 4 does not have a number in front. It is a -1, but how do I get rid of that negative? Divide, or I could multiply by negative. So it's like divide by -1. But 0 divided by anything. 0 divided by anything is 0. This only has one solution. All right, so go ahead. You've got 1 through 14.